Hey family, and happy Saturday. I'm coming to you with this week's meal planning. If you notice in front of me, I actually have last week's, and this is a real live confession because we're family here and we know that real life happens. Well, last week I meal planned, and then I never got a chance to get to the grocery store to go grocery shopping. So I was unable to get the food that we needed for the meals that I planned for last week. So with all of that being said, then I ended up working late 2 nights. We ended up having a couple of events. So we ate out way more than we should have last week. Kind of doubled our food budget for that 1 week. So it is Saturday, family. And what I'm doing right now is I'm meal planning right now so that after I film this video, I'm going to go directly to the store, make sure that we have the food in the house. There are several days that I'm going to be working late again, and I want to make sure that I'm planning accordingly for those days as well, making sure that I'm putting easier recipes on the days that I know that I'm going to be away from home. So join me while I go ahead and put this plan in place. So last week, I think we got through Mondays, which if you look and see right there, Mondays with baked ribs and baked potatoes. So we did do Mondays, but everything after that was a complete bust. But I am not going to let this plan go to waste. Remember that I said in the beginning I did not have a chance to go grocery shopping. But what I am going to do is I'm going to revamp, and this was supposed to be for the upcoming week. So I'm going to save this plan and just bump it down to next week. But for this week, I already know that 2 days out of this week, I'm going to be working late. So I'm going to go through last week's menu, and I'm just going to adjust some things. So I know that last week we already did the ribs. Now, if you followed my plan for last week, I was using the meat that I had already had in the refrigerator to plan for last week. So that means that I still have that meat in my freezer that I can use, which will kind of help me get back on track for my budget for February. But I did use the ribs, so I know that I don't have ribs in the refrigerator. Tuesday is going to be one of the nights that I'm working late. So I don't want to do the creamy chicken and mushroom because my daughter doesn't quite know how to do that yet, even though she's 18. She doesn't quite know how to do that one yet offhand. So what I'm going to change that with is for Tuesday, we're going to have right here, we're going to have Saturday on Tuesday. She loves making the sausage and mushrooms and onions because it is super quick, super easy. So for Monday, I'm going to go ahead and move our smothered pork chops to Monday. And for some reason, I never have leftovers. If you have leftovers, please tell me how you do it. I double up my recipes and I still never have leftovers because what happens is my husband just eats double. So if you have a trick for having leftovers for 2 days, share it. Okay, so let's get back to this. So I already wrote the date. For Monday, we are going to have the smothered. Let me make sure you can see. So we're going to have smothered pork chops. Because I definitely have pork chops still in the freezer. We're going to have the yellow rice, which I'll have to go to the grocery store and get. We're going to have like black-eyed peas over the yellow rice. I love black-eyed peas. And cabbage. Okay, so that's going to be on Monday. Tuesday is going to be my late day at work. I'm not going to get, because we're having a school registration, so I'm not going to get home probably until almost 8:30. So on that day, we're going to go ahead and do sausage. We're going to do sauteed, sauteed sausage with mushrooms and onions. And we had yellow rice. So even though we normally have this over yellow rice, I'm going to change it and put it with pasta and a salad. Okay. Now, so that gives us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to be able to be home. So I'm going to do the chicken because we've had pork and pork 2 nights in a row. So now I'm going to do chicken, the creamy. I'm going to do chicken. Okay, so I was saying I was going to do chicken, but actually, I think because I have a large thing of chopped meat for Wednesday, we're going to go ahead and have meatloaf. So we'll have meatloaf with mashed potatoes, and carrots. Okay, so that'll be Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to use part of the ground beef from the meatloaf, and we're going to have stuffed shells. So Thursday we'll have stuffed shells, stuffed baked shells with salad and garlic bread. Now, uh-oh, it's going so fast. Okay, now Thursday is going to be my second late day of the week. So what I plan on doing is, since I have the chopped meat out for the meatloaf already, I'm going to go ahead and pre-make my baked shells, put them in the fridge, and then my daughter can just take it out, warm it up. She makes the best salads ever. When I say ever, I know you probably like, it ain't nothing but salad. But, I mean, the vegetables that she puts in and how she makes the best salads ever. I might have to take a picture on Thursday just to show you. But, I mean, the best salads. So, I can pre-make the baked shells, and then she can just put them in the oven. So, that'll be a great meal for Thursday. And then Friday, we try to do, either we'll do it as a fish Friday, or we'll do it as our luxury takeout day, kind of on Fridays. But this Friday, we're going to go ahead and do fried fish. And I want to go to the farmer's market and try to find some whitings. We haven't had whitings in a minute. So I'm going to go to the farmer's market and get some whiting fish and shrimp. French fries. And my kids love corn on the cob. I know. Corn on the cob is a starch. It's not a vegetable. So, but they love corn on the cob. So I'm going to make corn on the cob as well. And then we're going to have string beans as our vegetable. Trying to make sure they get in their vegetables. Saturday, I have this great jerk chicken recipe, and I still have some chicken in the freezer. So for Saturday, I'm going to make a crock pot jerk chicken. Since it's the weekend, I want it to be really easy. So I'm going to make crock pot jerk chicken. With yellow rice again. And we love cabbage, so we'll have cabbage. So when I go to the store to purchase it, I'll just purchase 4 large heads of cabbage, and I'll have 2 for Monday and then 2 for Saturday. And then next week, Sunday, we'll have a pot roast, and I'll make that in the pressure cooker. that my husband actually got me as a gift, and I love it because on those nights that I forget to take the meat out, I can still cook in the pressure cooker really quickly. Just often I just don't even feel like doing that. But so we're gonna have the pot roast from the pressure cooker and red potatoes, red russet potatoes. Red potatoes and green beans and onions. Okay, so this is what it's looking like for this week, revamped for this week. Um, Now, like I showed you last week, I'm going to go through each day and just put my grocery list down here. Now, let me just say, if as I'm going through these meal plans, if there are any recipes that you would like to see me do during the week just to see what they look like, leave a comment below and just let me know. That way I'll go ahead and I'll videotape those meals during the week. Okay, so we already have pork chops. I know I don't have any rice, so I need to put yellow rice. Um, and I have black eyed peas in the pantry. I need cabbage. And as I'm writing my list, I kind of try to keep them to keep the things together, like the produce and items, the meats and those kind of things sectioned together, so that when I write it out on the list that I'm taking with me, it's easier for me to transfer. Okay, pasta. I always have plenty of pasta. I used to coupon, and I have pasta left from when I used to coupon. So salad stuff, I need lettuce, tomatoes, um, cucumbers, and then I'll ask her for some of the other items that she wants me to put. I mean, she wants to put in the salad. We have the ground beef. I have mashed potatoes already, and I have carrots already in the pantry. Um, Stuffed shells. I have the large shells, but I will need ricotta cheese. Uh, Ricotta cheese. Uh-oh. Um, so I'm gonna, and then I notice I have salad here, so I'm gonna double up on that, and then garlic bread. Okay. Fried fish. I'm gonna need to get the fish and shrimp. I have corn on the cob in the freezer, and I'm also gonna need string beans because I don't have any string beans. And I know I write extremely small. Everybody tells me that, but we have chicken, yellow rice, and I'm going to double up on my cabbage. Pot roast, I'm going to need red potatoes. Red potatoes. And so I'm going to double up on my green beans, and then I'm going to need onions. And there goes my grocery list for next week. I'm trying to keep it very small because, like I said, I normally shop 2 week intervals based on the payday, but this will be an in-between, which means that uh, my money is scarce because the check in the beginning of the month, we pay off most of our large bills like our mortgage and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that I keep this really condensed. So this is not a bad list. I should be able to do this on a very minimal out-of-pocket expense. So what you see right here is going to be our menu for next week. Now the things that I do have to add onto my grocery list are snacks and sandwich meat so that we could take lunch next week. So I'll add those to my grocery list. Let me do that now. So I'm going to put ham, cheese, salami for lunch, chips and cake. And when I say cake, I mean like the little Debbie snack cakes and stuff for the kids. So chips, potato chips, chips, snack cakes, and juice. And there we go. So that looks about right. Um, so here's the menu for this week. Again, like I said, if there's anything on there that you would like to see me make, leave a comment below. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. Like I always say, I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank y'all for joining me through this journey of trying to spend 2017 just getting organized, just getting things together. And as always, make each and every day amazing. Mwah. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.